We're at the airport.
It's cold.
It's a little cold, 62. We're at 16C. And now it's time to walk because we're in economy. Hi, sweet friends. Welcome back. My family and I are back from our 7-day cruise vacation aboard the Harmony of the Seas. We had such a wonderful time. I'm excited to share a tour of our staterooms, my dinner outfits, and activities that we enjoyed both on and off the ship. So I hope that you enjoy hanging out with me today and seeing our vacation.
We're at port.
When you enter the ship, you enter on deck 5, which is the promenade. This is where lots of activities occur during the day as well as nightlife. And you can see on day 1, it is very, very busy. After exploring the ship and once our staterooms were ready, we headed to deck 9 to check out our rooms. Scott and I had a midship balcony stateroom, room 590, which was starboard side. We'll next take a look right across the hall at one of the 2 inside staterooms that we booked for the kids. As you enter the stateroom, immediately to the left is the light switch, and to turn the lights on and off, you will need to have a card inserted in the top slot to do so. Here is the bathroom door, which you will step up into. You have your thermostat there on the wall that you can adjust the temperature. Here is one of the 2 closets that are on either side of the bed. This closet has both hanging space and shelves. As you can see, hangers are provided, and you can ask for more if you need them. Also, in this closet is a programmable safe. And finally, down below in the closet are 2 really nice sized drawers. On the top shelf of the nightstand is a telephone, and then on the wall on either side of the bed is a wall sconce that can easily be turned on and off by a push button switch. In this room, the setup is with the bed closest to the door and the seating area next to the balcony. Now, depending on what stateroom you have, this could actually be switched. Also, the beds can be separated into 2 twins or combined to make a full king. Swinging back over to the front door, hi, that's my hubby Scott. They have a full-length mirror, which is great for checking yourself out before heading out to dinner or any of your activities. And then this is the back of the door. It shows a detailed map on how to get to your assembly station in case of an emergency. There's also a little magnet here that you can put on the outside of the door that says sleeping off the adventures. And there's also a peephole that you can look out into the hallway. At the end of the bed is a large TV. Beneath it is a long storage cubby to store smaller items. So on this side of the bed, it does have an outlet and a light switch for the main cabin, as well as the same sconce as the other side. Now on this side, the closet space is really nice and open. You can definitely hang short and long items, and then it also has this pull down rack that can double up your storage for the closet as well. Next to the closet on the same side as the bed, and in this room closest to the balcony, is a large sofa. Straight across and on the opposite wall is a large round mirror that lights up and a vanity-style desk with chair. Here's a look at all the switches and outlets that are available on the desk. Also along this wall is a large cabinet with 5 drawers and a mini fridge. We'll take a closer look at this cabinet when I show you the inside stateroom. But here is the opening and doorway that leads onto the balcony. As we step outside through the sliding door, the balcony expands the living area. There are 2 reclining chairs with footrest and a side table for comfortable lounging. Plus, the large glass railing provides an awesome, unobstructed view to the outside. From here, let's go ahead and take a peek into the bathroom. There is a step up into the bathroom, so you'll want to keep that in mind when entering and exiting the bathroom. In one corner stands a floor-to-ceiling glass enclosed shower, the toilet, and the vanity area. Now on the back of the door are a couple of hooks. As you step inside, you'll see along one side of the vanity, there is 3 open shelves, an outlet in the ceiling, and a long, bright light bar that provides plenty of great lighting here in the small bathroom. They also provide plenty of towels. They have bath towels, hand towels, one for the floor as you step out from the shower, and 2 washcloths. They also have two different trash cans, of course the toilet, and then let's go ahead and take a closer peek into the shower. The door to the shower opens outward into the bathroom area. They have a ceiling vent. They also have an adjustable shower head that can also be taken off and used as a handheld shower head. The adjustment for the shower is very easy. One side is to turn it on and off, and the other is for the cold and hot adjustment. They have a bar there for stability. They also have this Salt Plus Breeze double duty hair and body wash that they provide. And then they do have a corner shelf that you can put some of your very own toiletries on. And then down at the bottom is a foot rail, which makes it nice and convenient for shaving. The inside of the bathroom floor is a nice tile. And then as we step back into the stateroom, here is a look at the carpet, which was surprisingly very soft and cushiony. So once again, here is a final look at our balcony stateroom aboard Harmony of the Seas. Next up, just right across the hall from us, is a look at room 589, which was one of the two inside staterooms we had for the week that overlooked Central Park. We were able to get two adjacent rooms, one for the girls and then one for the boys, which seemed to work out perfectly. As you see, this room has the bed separated into two twins with the same closet setup as our balcony room. Unlike a typical inside stateroom, this one is unique in that it does have a window that overlooks into Central Park. Beneath the window is a soft bench that provides even more space and seating in the stateroom. As promised, here's a closer look at the cabinet that sits adjacent to the vanity. In this cabinet is where the mini fridge is located. It also has 4 sets of drawers to one side. The upper drawer had Kleenex as well as a hair dryer. From here, pretty much everything else is exactly the same as our balcony stateroom. So I hope that you did enjoy seeing the tours for the balcony and the Central Park view inside stateroom aboard Harmony of the Seas. For dinner on day 1, the dress code was casual, so I decided to wear this lightweight blue flutter sleeve dress and headed to the main dining room. If I haven't already mentioned, cruising together on this vacation is my hubby Scott and I, my son Caleb and his girlfriend Kayla, and my daughter Elena and her boyfriend Asher. We chose to do early traditional dining at 5. So our table for 6 in the MDR was always number 157 with Joy as our waiter and Lisa as our assistant waiter. To start day 2, we woke up about 6 o'clock and headed to the gym to walk on the treadmill for about a half an hour. But just look at that view. I could definitely get used to this. After burning some of those dinner calories, we grabbed Elena and Asher, since Kayla and Caleb like to sleep in a bit later, and headed to one of the ship's complimentary breakfast choices, Johnny Rockets. After that, we enjoyed a stroll through Central Park and headed back to our rooms to change into our swimsuits, lather up with our sunscreen, and hit the decks. We wanted to soak up all the sun that we could as we floated in the Gulf of Mexico. Tonight's dress code was formal, so I wore this beautiful burgundy dress that I surprisingly found off Amazon. Us girls all coordinated the color of our dresses, and it was so much fun to get dressed up and go out to dinner as a family. After dinner, we enjoyed a stroll along the back deck as the sun began to set, and Scott and I ended the nightly activities in the Royal Theater watching the amazing production of Grease the musical. So today we're in the main dining room for breakfast.
I was just gonna say the kids didn't make it with us.
No, there's
They're
little
13.
sleepy heads, but that's okay. As we cruised to our first port, which was Roatan, Honduras, we enjoyed our second relaxing and fun day at sea. The kiddos enjoyed the flow rider, climbing the rock wall, and zipping down many of the water slides, all complimentary here on Harmony of the Seas. We wrapped up the day by returning to the main dining room. The dress code suggestion was country casual, which I mistakenly confused with 70s night and decided to wear that two-piece comfy wide leg pants set, which I thought gave a little bit of a 70s vibe. Anyway, we went back to the cabin, decided to change clothes, and head to the Aqua Show, which was a fantastic production. Early the next morning, now ported in Roatan, Honduras, we anxiously waited for the instructions and transportation to the Tabiana beach and snorkel excursion that we booked for Royal Caribbean. It was such a nice surprise to meet one of my friends here in Roatan. We were going on the same excursion. Hi, Sherry, if you're watching, I hope you're doing well, and it was really nice to meet you. Anyway, once at the Tabiana Beach, we selected our loungers for the day, plus we were given all the necessary snorkel equipment needed for our guided snorkel adventure. A life jacket, mask, and fins. Matthew was our guide, and he made the excursion a wonderful experience. Scott, with his phone in the waterproof case that I shared in a previous video, was able to capture several awesome underwater images that I'll share with you here. After lounging, swimming in the crystal clear water of Roatan, Honduras, we also rented jet skis, which were $50 for a half an hour ride. It was time for the complimentary lunch provided with this excursion. After a tasty lunch and a repeat of all the morning activities, we waited for our air-conditioned transportation back to the cruise ship. And for tonight's dinner, we decided on a more casual dinner experience at the Windjammer Buffet. The dress suggestion for tonight was Caribbean/casual, so I broke out this oldie but goodie, this lightweight, flowy floral dress from Old Navy, which has become a staple dress to bring with me on a Caribbean cruise. Good morning. Today is day 5, and we are ported here in Costa Maya. Now, many times the cruise lines aren't able to port here because of the crashing waves and wind, but luckily we have been able to port, but we've decided to probably not get off and go over to the island, but instead enjoy more of the activities here on Harmony of the Seas. Here's a look at the upper decks on the front of the ship. It's called the Solarium. It's a beautiful, gorgeous area. So there's a deck above, just a little piece, and then most of this is a 2-story solarium, which is 18 and older, so it's a little bit quieter. But right over there is where we've been. So right now it's Elena, Asher, me, and Scott, and the kiddos, Kayla and Caleb, headed to the port of Costa Maya. So there's supposed to be like a pool over here, 2 actually. And then right over there is that water park that you can see from our balcony. And then here's a little bit closer shot of the Princess, Enchanted Princess. Now we've never cruised with them, so kind of like to maybe try them out. But it's been a really pretty day despite it being cloudy. I couldn't imagine how hot it would be if it wasn't some cloud coverage. So, like I said, we enjoyed some relaxing downtime, lounging around on the decks, and also did some zip lining on the top deck. Elaine and Asher had a great time doing that. The girls did some karaoke. For dinner, we're back in the main dining room tonight, and it was 70s night or casual, so I wore a polka dotted sundress. And then we finished up the night in Studio B, which is the ice rink located on Harmony of the Seas. And we watched the Symphony on Ice 1887, which is a must-see if you ever cruise on Harmony of the Seas. Good morning. We are ported at Cozumel. This is day 6. And And so far we've had a wonderful trip. The weather has been a little bit cloudy, but honestly, I would prefer that because it has been smoldering. Super hot yesterday. Wow. It said the real feel was like 102 to 106, and I felt it. So let me flip you around and you can take a look at Cozumel. Like I said, it's a little cloudy this morning, but still really nice and warm. Not too windy, but there is a little breeze. Today we're going to Chakanab Beach Club, and there is a cabana beach right next to it. So we do have a little cabana that we're hoping to have for the day. So I think they provide snorkeling, maybe some guac and chips, and then the food there is not completely free, but I think it's very reasonable. The Cabana Beach was a very private area. I believe there were only 11 cabanas in all. It was a nice refuge from the crowds and sun. It had a little fan inside, a couch, and 2 loungers. You could use any of the chairs and hammocks that lined the front of the property. They had great service and a restroom and changing areas within walking distance. There was a metal staircase leading into the water, which was quite painful on bare feet, and unfortunately, if the water was rough, it was hard to get into the water. We took advantage of some of the activities at Chakanab Park, and we absolutely loved the sea lion show that lasted probably 15 to 20 minutes. It was actually one of my highlights of the day. So now we're on our way back. A little bit of a tired walk. So I guess this is the last time we see it on the outside till we get off. Since we were all pretty tired and it was the last formal night, we opted for a more casual dining experience by going once more to the Windjammer Buffet. So I wore this super comfy cotton black tank dress from Target, and the best part was that we picked the perfect spot to watch the sunset over the ocean. The next day was a fun celebration of my daughter Elena's 18th birthday. We ended that night by eating at the Mexican specialty restaurant aboard Harmony of the Seas called Sabor. What an absolutely wonderful vacation it was. We're so blessed and grateful that we got the opportunity to cruise, celebrating birthdays, graduation, and making all the special memories. I hope that you enjoyed the recap of our vacation and spending some time with me today. If you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. And soon we'll be getting back to all the shopping and decorating for summer. Now, before I go, I like to end our time together by sharing a daily Bible verse. Today's verse comes from Psalm 59, verses 16 and 17. But I will sing of your strength in the morning. I will sing of your love. For you are my fortress, my refuge in times of trouble. You are my strength. I sing praise to you, God. You are my fortress, my God, in whom I can rely. Thanks again so much for watching. I hope to see you real soon. Take care and God bless, my friends. Bye.